There have been many games that have come and gone, and many that are remembered to this day. Some include famous Nintendo titles, maybe some Final Fantasy in there somewhere, but there is one remembered more than many, and that is Ocarina of Time. And no, it's not because you use an ocarina to make music in the middle of a public park. This game was Zelda's first leap into 3D on the N64, and is remembered as a game that set the stage for many others to follow, also allowing the totally legit canon Zelda timeline to separate into its three diverging paths that we now know and love. So, with this, it's time to grab your swords, a fairy or two, and question why you even needed that fairy in the first place, as I play The Legend of Zelda, Ocarina of Time, for the first time. And, oh dear god, is it difficult. Okay, this title screen is pretty dope, but I'm gonna go ahead and clown on Nintendo here for a moment and ask, why did we make a cut in the wall a way to transition the scene? Like, come on Nintendo, you're better than this. Also, if you let the game play for a while on the title screen, you can get two different cutscenes. The first is, I'm gonna guess, Link and maybe Urbosa in a cave with members of Organization 13 attacking you with an episode of Red vs. Blue. And the second, perhaps in Death Mountain, as a guy from the Blue Man Group walks towards you menacingly. I have no idea why the music is stuttering here and it's on crack here, so let's just forgive that and keep going on. With this, we make our save file, and clearly there is only one name that fits the bill. Yeah. Paza. Linkus would be proud. We then get some brief dialogue as we enter Link's house, because for some reason the Deku Tree likes spying on kids. I have no idea. Oh god, here comes the FBI, run! We pan to what may be a possible dream, showing Zelda getting kidnapped by, quote, something, before seeing Ganondorf in that amazing 15 FPS with RTX turned on. He looks horrible. Suddenly, the fairy Navi then heads to the Kokiri Forest to become Link's fairy, because main character doesn't have the goods, and then gets it for the story cliche. We're setting the humor bar that low already, like good lord Nintendo. Also, dear god, this game looks so bad that it makes me want to vomit. Hey look, it's my love interest because every Nintendo game has one for some reason. This guy is humping a rock, because Nintendo was totally mature in 1998. Which they weren't. We later learn that before we can see the Deku Tree, we need a sword and shield. So either we're going to have to purchase or find those items in Kokiri Village, or we're going to have to go to a local GameStop and buy Pokemon Sword and Shield and a Switch, and then give that to him. This is where my first major complaint of this game comes in. You see, you can get the Kokiri Sword from a chest, but the shield you have to buy with rupees. The catch being that you gotta scour the entire village for 40 rupees to even buy it. And to some new players, that just seems a little bit much. But then again, this is 1998, and Nintendo was kinda like the Dark Souls of the gaming world at that time, so why should I even complain? Anyways, we then crawl through the rolling balls of doom, potentially from Doom Eternal, to get the Kokiri Sword. I'm not entirely sure why the sword was hidden away and not, like on display in the village, but hey, whatever works. Now, let's see how many times I can fall off this bridge. It took some time, but we eventually got 40 rupees to purchase the Deku Shield, from a shop with some rather dope music. Now we leave heading for the Deku Tree in search of, quote, some news. But not before we get stopped by none other than plant folk, who want me to tell you that only a small percentage of people who watch my videos are actually subscribed. So if you end up liking this video, consider subscribing. It's free, and you can always change your mind. Yo, I got a stick, let's go! The Deku Tree then spills the beans, being like, yo, you gotta save Hyrule because I really don't want to or something. But first, we gotta solve his corruption by heading into the first dungeon, aka his stomach. Yeah, it's been less than 30 minutes into my adventure and I'm going into a dungeon. Yeah, good job, Nintendo. And let's put it blunt, it was gonna be difficult.
These nuts. Ha! Got him!
For the longest time, I could not figure out how to get past these spiders, and eventually, I realized that I needed to go through this door and defeat this guy. Oh wait, I didn't defeat him, guess I suck. Eventually, I did defeat this guy, and got the fairy slingshot, so that I can throw not Deku nuts or sticks at my enemies, no, but living beings of magic that can speak instead. Yep, that'll work. Then I met a massive spider, who knocked me down to Daddy's basement. Alright, cool. I later found the compass, but realized that I'm gonna need sticks in order to somehow light a flame that was back in the basement. I eventually did find the stick, and let's just put it that way that my journey back to that flame went rather cumbersome. Alright, done. I'm screwing this. I'm out here later. See ya.